Peace to all my Aries out there in the internet universe. I am the one and only Shakori Shine. Thank you for tuning into my channel, all right? So, we're just going to hop right into our reading for today. I hope all my Aries are doing well out there. I'm a Sagittarius, so I love my fire game, all my Aries out there. Shout out to my Leos, too. So, we're just going to hop right into this reading, all right? And we're going to see what's the current challenge in our Aries love and relationship. Like, what's the current, what's the situation? What's the challenge? Let's see what's going on. Why are they here? What's going on? Ooh, somebody walked away from a relationship. Okay, from a family. Okay, because it wasn't no chemistry, it wasn't no intimacy, right? Like, so with peacekeeper right here, I see that. So there's either like a walk away situation from a relationship, and I'm gonna say from a whole family situation, okay? Like, you guys could have been deeply committed even, right? But it's like, and the thing that's coming up in my mind is like sexless marriage, right? Like sexless marriage, sexless relationship, and somebody like wants to leave or has left the relationship because of the lack of intimacy, because of the lack of connection, right? It's like you guys were emotionally bonded and all that type of stuff, but for some reason there was like a hard disconnect on the like the sexual or intimate parts of the relationship. Okay, and so this is causing someone to either leave or want to leave a relationship. I feel like some people already left a relationship or are ready to walk away from a relationship just because. And hey, you know, I don't know. Some people have been like, I'm not satisfied. I'm not, and it could even be. And yes, we can talk about the intimate part of it, but it could just also be like there's no romance. It's no fun. It's no va va boom. You know what I mean? Like, somebody wants that fantasy. Somebody wants that romance. Somebody wants that that honeymoon feeling back, right? And it's just not there. Okay, Aries. So let's see. Damn, Aries, I'm sorry. That was just straight out the gate, right? So Aries, let's see what's going on with the person that's on your mind. If this person walked away from the relationship, or if you had to walk away and you're here. So I feel like you want some insight onto this person. So give me some insight. What has this person been consciously thinking about our Aries friend right here? What has this person been consciously thinking about our Aries friend? What is this person? Show me. What kind of thoughts? Okay. So this person is like almost kind of like self-reflecting, right? So they're thinking about you, they're thinking about the relationship, and this person is really just kind of like thinking about how their behavior has set up and like how you're reflecting their behavior, right? With Monk in the first house, and then boom, and this person, like, it's obviously, I think you guys are in no contact, like there's no communication going on whatsoever, and so this person is only left to reflect on themselves, right? um Depending on how deep this person is, they're thinking about, how did I create this? Like, how did I create a scenario like this in my relationship? And with the way that this is showing up, you guys could have even be married again, because I said, like, this is more than just like walking away from just a relationship. It looked like a family situation, like a broken home, or like, that kind of stuff. Like, and remember, sexless marriage did pop up to me. So it's like this person's kind of like reflecting on themselves, like, deeply. This person is in deep introspection. Okay. And that's probably why they're not talking to you. Because this person, like, I gotta think about this shit. Like, how did we get here? What did I do? Like, they're very deeply reflecting on themselves, and just, just the kind of, just the way that what they believe in marriage and how relationships work. This person is really thinking like, damn, like, I thought I knew, how to do this, but obviously I don't. Things are a mess. I'm not talking to them right now. But this person really is kind of seeking within, how did I create this? Right? Like, how is this a reflection of me, my character, my thoughts, and my beliefs? Right? How is this a reflection of what's happening now? Right? And it's like they could almost be like judging themselves as well. So what what part of this there what is this what's going on in their subconscious though? Like the things that they don't know. Like what is their like subconscious motivators on their behavior, or, the story that they have playing out in their subconscious, right? That has helped them create this relationship the way it is. What is the story? What is this person's subconscious story that's playing out with my Aries? Yeah, this person, like, this person has like wild dreams and wild sex fantasies, and they're very imaginative when it comes to, like, their, like, subconsciously they have this desire for like a more, I'm trying to, this YouTube and all this kind of stuff, so I'm trying to find the right words for it. But this person has wild sex dreams and fantasies, basically. You know what I mean? And this person just imagined that there would be way more like sex and love and all these different types of things. Like that's what's in their subconscious, right? Like that's what they desire, basically. Like like they really had these dreams and not ambitions, but they're mostly dreams and fantasies, right? Of just being able to explore themselves and connect with different people and all these different types of stuff. Like that's kind of like their wildest dreams and wildest fantasy. Like their heaven on earth like includes orgies and all that type of stuff like that. No shade. But that's what's going on in their subconscious. So I think that, I don't know, maybe this person could have stepped out, right? They were trying to be flexible with their sexuality, but, maybe hiding some things about, what their true desires were and all those different types of things, right? Okay, Aries. So let's see, how's this person feeling right now? Let's show me their true feelings. How are they truly feeling about our Aries right now? And yeah, those subconscious dreams, like that, if that's in their subconscious, you know what I mean? Like, and they have that, and they're reflecting. Like I said, I think this person was trying to deeply reflect on like their character. Their character was showing up a lot, and just like what their thoughts and beliefs are. So, if this is like their thing that's really running inside of them on their subconscious, is like these wanting to, you know, be more exploratory with their sexuality and all that different type of stuff like that, then that kind of makes sense as to the challenge. What I saw the challenge was for the relationship was like, someone willing to like almost walk away from their family because of they're having a hard time being flexible with their sexuality, really. And I really, sexuality plays a big part in this reading. I do think it's about romance and intimacy and all of that, but I'm gonna kind of put my bet down and say that this has a lot to do with sexual energy. Okay, Aries. um right now, whoever you're dealing, like, on an emotional level, I do see that this person is a bit guarded. Okay, they're defensive around their emotions, and this is someone who is like, if you say the wrong words to them, or something, because they're very defensive right now. um You know what I mean? I think this is someone who could go off on you. You know what I mean? Like, just because how they're feeling. Look, the two warriors came out in how they're feeling. They're defensive. Those shields really stood out to me. They're very defensive right now. Okay, Aries, it's like very, very defensive. Interesting. Like on an emotional level. So this is someone who has like a hairline trigger right now. You say the wrong thing to them, they probably gonna give you a good cussing. Like they probably gonna cuss you out. Okay. They're defending their emotions. They're not necessarily like, and it's because they're really having to address what's going on inside of them, right? Um, I want to see how this person I haven't asked this before on any of my readings, but I want to ask, like, how's this person feeling about themselves, right? Like, I know they're very defensive towards you, like, but how are they feeling about themselves right now? The person on Aries' mind, how are they like feeling about themselves? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this person, so it's something about going to church. Like this person is looking for salvation, right? On an emotional level, like you can't really see much. I use the hell out of my oracles, okay? Um, but on an emotional level, how they're feeling about themselves is like they're looking for a higher purpose right now. They're looking for something bigger than them right now, right? Uh, I think this person is a little bit lost in their searching, you know. Um, I don't know what they got some shit going on with them. That's all I can say. But yeah, right now the way they're feeling about themselves is they're searching, they're looking for something, they're trying to connect to a higher, more divine power. They're trying to find a better path for themselves, right? Like this person's in a searching mode right now. Okay. So let's see, what is this person's intentions towards our Aries? What are their intentions towards our Aries? Okay, I'm gonna pull one more card on their intentions. Yeah. So interestingly, and okay, so Aries, like, so this person, as far as like how they intend to like interact with you and show up in reality, like this person is gonna like they're trying to see things from your perspective. I don't know if they're successful at it, right? Only you'll know if they'll when they show up and all that kind of stuff. But this person is trying to be like, well, my way is the only way. My perspective isn't the only perspective. Some people are only just now finding out about empathy, okay? Like at our big ages. Some people are only just now finding out about how to understand a scenario from someone else's perspective. So they are trying to see things from your perspective, but ultimately like this person wants you guys to come into like some sort of like alignment or agreement. Like they're gonna move in slow, and this person wants to see if your thought processes or like the way that in which you want to move forward, if you guys are on the same page, right? And I think that's going to be pretty important for them moving forward. They're like, okay, I'm willing to be flexible with my perspective and with what I want, right? With my what is, can you also be flexible with what you want and what your what is, and can we combine them so that we can move forward, right? Is that kind of vibe. And again, I really do think this is like an Aries who is like either like deeply committed or married to this person. It's not, I'm not picking up on like, not this week. It's not giving me like just dating and all that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll do Maybe I can like break readings up for people who are dating or married or single. You know, I was doing that at first. If you think I should do that, comment down below. Let me know. Okay. So let's look. I want to look into you, Aries. Give me comment on Aries right now. Give me, show me Aries and like where they are and their disposition and stuff. But look, Aries, you defensive too. All right? They say the first act of war is defense. So if you defensive and they defensive, how y'all gonna have a conversation? How y'all gonna have a conversation if you defensive and they defensive? Okay? So y'all just both gonna attack each other when the conversation arises. Because just how they had the hairpin trigger, you a hairpin, you a grenade. Boop, you ready to pop that thing off and go off, okay? Aries, defense is the first act of war. Okay. So give me some advice for Aries. Aries, don't cuss this person. Y'all don't do a screaming match, okay? Give me some advice for Aries on how to move forward with this person that's on their mind. Yeah. Aries, you need conservation in the fifth house, which is the complete opposite energy of all this anger, defensive shit. Okay, you need to hold your power is gonna come through your silence, right? It's not gonna come through all of this. It's not gonna come through all of that. It's not gonna come through giving somebody your peace of mind and all that. No, you will be felt when you think about y'all know the Beyonce the Jay-Z elevator thing, right? That fight that happened between Solange and Jay-Z. Go watch that after this video, right? Beyonce did not react to the situation that was happening right in front of her. She composed herself. Now that's power. Self-control is power. And that's where you need to be at, in that Beyonce level of self-control, right? Where you're not just reacting. You're not just, so sensitive that you just go off and you can't control your emotions and all that kind of stuff. That is, you're actually leaking power. You need to be way more reserved in speech. You need to be slow. You need to move slowly right now as far as approaching the situation. You can take time to respond, right? To really formulate your thoughts and not just go off and all that kind of stuff. No, you need to be very demure. and it's because right, as you move forward with this person, you need to be seen and respected as a person of power. Okay? Not as just someone who is easily triggered. That's what's really important for you right now, Aries. So keep, it's not, I don't think it's about just suppressing your emotions or keeping things inside, but choosing the proper time to say things, to do certain things, right? Everything doesn't need to be like think about the stars and the moon and all of that. Take all of that into consideration when you're doing what you need to do and you move forward. Just be steady in your approach towards your goals, towards this relationship, right? Take it slow, whatever it is. If there's a rebuilding, if you're trying to, because I feel like you guys are trying to recreate a foundation of a relationship right now. This could be a situation where the foundation of the relationship was removed because it was a weak foundation. And just because it looks like something is a mess right now, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that something's like wrong per se, right? It's just that if you guys are trying to grow, but you had a weak foundation, the foundation that you started with isn't strong enough to carry you where you're going. You know what I'm saying? So right now, there's some situations, some things that were hidden, some things that had to come out. Somebody had to walk away for a moment and all this different type of stuff. What I'm picking up on this reading is that it's just that because the foundation was weak. and it's not going to be able to take you where you're going. And the way I see your masculine wanting to show up, I do see them wanting to get on the same page and get the same goals and understanding and what we're doing and who we are to each other and all that different types of stuff, right? And the more that your power and your belief about this connection, more you align in your power, being able to hold yourself and believe, like, we can work it out. We're going to create a new foundation. We're going to create new rules, protocols, things to support you and me as we grow in this relationship. um that's just the new foundation you need, right? You need to stand on principles, new morals, not just a relationship where it was built on the honeymoon phase. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the honeymoon phase is not, it doesn't last forever. And sometimes, that we think that, because we're not just as super romantic and all that different type of stuff, that something's wrong with us. But it's not necessarily something's wrong with you. It's just that that's not a romance isn't a good foundation to build a relationship on. Okay? And neither is sexual chemistry. It's not a good foundation. So right now, you guys are just working on creating a new foundation. That's what has come into my mind as we're closing out this reading. I'm gonna pull one more card for you, Aries, before this relationship, before this reading is done. I'll pull one more card for Aries right now. Just, any guidance right now. Yeah, just take the time. Just take the time to, I think there needs to be like meditation and to see clarity. I do see there's like a lot of confusion going on right now. And again, I do pick up on, like I said, it was something going on with sexuality and all that different types of stuff. I saw some things in the masculine subconscious, and this is a card of like kind of infidelity. So if there was confusion about whether there was infidelity and all that kind of stuff, I'm picking up on it. But again, this is a general reading, y'all. So only if it happened and you already know for sure the factual actuals, then that's what it is. But yeah, just take the time out. I think you need to do a lot more. You need to cleanse your thoughts. You know what I mean? You need to get clear on your thoughts. That's it. And I think that's why it's, you showed up at first as someone a little bit angry, a little bit defensive, and all that kind of stuff. It is because, you're kind of confused on why, all of that kind of stuff. Just, you know, sometimes it's not about you. You know what I mean? It's just, and that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes, but it's not about you. And it's about the other person and what they have going on deep within their subconscious. So seek understanding, take some time out for yourself, get clear on the direction you want to go and things that you want to say. Don't be reactive, okay? And yeah, if you guys are going to work it out, just notice you're creating a new foundation, something that's going to be stronger for the long term, all right? So again, I am Shakori Shine. Thank you for tuning into my channel. All of my links are going to be in my description, my links for one-on-one. And if you're looking for a community to join, I have a community, Pantheon Community Center, where we are manifesting moon cycles, sun cycles, working our masculine and our feminine energies and our androgynous energies. If you are interested in being in a community of spiritual, like-minded people who are really on the vanguard and cutting edge of this spiritual technology, oracle technology, astrology, then you would want to be a part of this community. My links are going to be in my bio, and I look forward to hearing from you, all right? Peace.